Hello, everybody. This is Eliz-sha Keating from wisdomseekers.net. And I'm going to start out with, for water, it's Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, March 15th to the 23rd, 2020. And the first one that came up was helpless and hopeless. And I'm sure everybody this week is feeling helpless and hopeless because of the all the media hype and all the information outside that is often misleading, by the way, about the coronavirus. And the stats are 81% of the virus is mild. Children get it the least of all. As you age, it gets progressively worse. Second is 14%, which is moderate, and 5% get it severe. Of that 5%, 5% get it to the place where they have pneumonia, and it's really uncomfortable. Of that 5%, 2.1, I think it's 2.1, it could be 2.5% die. So the chances of being hit by lightning more likely than you being in that 2% of 5% realm. Only thing I would worry about is where are you going to get your next toilet paper from, honestly. And that has become a problem. I buy toilet paper at Costco, and I buy it for like $12 for a package. That package on Amazon is now $100. At least it was a couple of days ago. I don't know what it is now. So panicking is driving up the cost of everything. So what my daughter suggested, if you run out of toilet paper, just make sure you have a shower close by. And that's very logical. I would also like to point out that there's a lot of things going on in the world that are not seen. A lot of what's happening is hype created by the news media. But there are things that the news media cannot, are unable to talk about. And there's that spiritual side of what's happening. And as we know, when it's time for a lesson, and we've ignored the lesson, each lesson gets harder and harder and harder. Obviously, as a world, we have ignored a lesson. And so the lesson is coming out, and it is pretty exciting, to say the least. How do you deal with it? You stop, you center yourself, become very grounded, and then you look at the facts. You feel in your heart. Most important part is use your intuition. People are very ungrounded at the moment. They are not using their intuition. And also, there are a lot of people out there who are energy workers, have worked with the energies, are very good, and can create shifts and changes. And I happen to know there is a worldwide group of people who work with the energies, whether they work with other people to consciously do it, or they simply go in and they're working with it on their own, or going in and they're consciously shifting the DNA of the coronavirus to make it into a less lethal or fearful event. You can do it yourself. You just sit, center yourself, imagine the DNA shifting and changing and dissipating. When I look at it now, I see lots of daylight coming through.
We might need to cut our thing.
Well, it's a little late. I've already started.
Yeah.
I have to tell her I'm sorry we started a lot.
Just message.
So there, we are the ones in control. We are the ones that are making this a reality. So unmake the reality into something that is more viable, more logical, and is for our benefit. If we allow this to unroll the way it is, our lives are going to change. It's going to change similar to what had happened in 9/11. And we gave our power away. This time, take your power back. It only takes one spiritual person to attach 30 different people. So if there's 100 people on this on right now, that's like 30,000, is it? Math is not my strong suit, by the way. That will be shifted and changed by your viewpoint. So pay attention to that. And the people who have even the tiniest, if you got Reiki, go in and shift that energy. You can do it. Everything is energy. Everything is related. That tiny little 5 minutes of Reiki towards clearing that virus could be what pushes it over the edge. All right? So take that into consideration. We are the people. We are the ones in charge of this reality. Make it so. And with that, so we don't have to be helpless and hopeless. And there is a new day coming. It's the Fool, a new beginning. And that is exactly what is happening. The coronavirus is creating a new reality for us. How do we do that? Well, joy and happiness. Joy and happiness are the most important things in our new reality. What's behind it that's created this? 7 of Swords, duplicity. And there has been a lot of duplicity in our background, in this event. Mostly because the hype is out of proportion to the reality. And yes, it is a pandemic, but you know what pandemic means? It's not anything to do with lethality or deadliness. It has to do with if it occurs in this area and then it occurs in that area. So it's occurred in China, it's occurred in Korea, it's occurred in Italy, and then it's in Washington State, I believe, is really big, and California. So it is in a variety of areas. That's what makes it pandemic. Not that it's lethal, but that it's in many areas at once. It spreads fast, basically. Okay, so that would be 7 of Swords. Okay, that's what's behind us. What we're going through now is 2 of Swords. And that's going forward blindly, knowing exactly what you want, and do know what you want. It doesn't have to be related to coronavirus. It can be related to simply what you want in your life. Know what you want. You don't have to know how you're going to get there. You just need to know how that you're going to get there. And the next cards, I'm going to put them 2 together, is the 8 of Cups. And that is a card of being left alone after trauma. But it is also a card that says there's healing coming about. And then we have the Patience card. There's a lot going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. And that truly is the truth. We can take that which is behind the scenes and make it our own. And I've told you one of the ways to do that, go out and change the virus energetically. And I'm going to read the next 2 together because they're basically very similar. Then we have in front of us the Emperor, but I'm going to read it with the King of Wands. And the King of Wands and the Emperor, the King of Wands will temper the Emperor. The Emperor is non-bendable, and this, when it's by himself, the King of Wands sees things, is very aware of things, so he's tempering the Emperor's energy right now. So what's coming up for us for this supporting this energy is magic, and that's exactly what I've told you to do. Use your magic, and there is no such thing as magic. When you go back into the life, you will realize honestly, that that everything that we do that appears so magical, it's just laws we haven't discovered yet. Be confident, be sure, know exactly what you want. Don't fall into depression. Don't fall into, oh my God, look what they've got and I don't. Don't fall into the fear, and don't become rigid. Don't become rigid, and don't do those things, because there is a huge shift coming for us in this world, and it will create a lot of adversity for a time, because our world is shifting and changing, but we want it to. We want things to shift and change, but we want it to shift in a positive way. And we have the goddess energy who can mitigate the male energy and bring it into balance. We don't want to get rid of the male energy. We need it. We want to balance it. And it is time for a change. It is time to create magic in our world. And we will succeed. We will be successful. So trust yourself. Trust that the intuitions you're getting are exactly the truth. So we can go from hopeless and helpless to shine. And that's exactly what I'm going to expect from people who are on the spiritual path. It is time to shine. It is time to be powerful. And it is time to be who you are. Truly who you are, not the ego. But we need the ego. No, don't ever get the idea we don't. But it's time to be our authentic selves. And our authentic self says, yeah, no, not going to happen. Go with that. And hello, everybody. I hope that was a good enough pep talk.
Well, I saw one comment, I forget who it was, said thanks for the calming talk.
Oh, good. Because we really are the ones in control. We are the boss. And if we give our power away, it sucks. Honest to God, it just sucks.
So, because the call that you had during your intro was your reading, she goofed and said that she thought it was 6:30 her time, not 6.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why she called late.
No, that's all right.
I asked her to wait until after the live on YouTube. So for that case, we will be taking a few questions. We won't be doing the full hour because of a paid reading.
Yeah, paid readings do come in first.
So we will take as many as we can. We can't take everybody, but join us tomorrow and for our last interactive weekly, and hopefully we won't be interrupted with more.
Well,
readings.
I haven't got a reading tomorrow booked at the moment, but
So,
I do like having book readings.
Yeah, but just a heads up, we will be taking a few questions. We won't be getting to everyone.
Okay.
Joe Firmino starts us off with, hello, darling. Any messages from my guides?
They're smiling at you. I don't know what the secret is. I don't know what the joke is. It's more of a joke, but they're smiling at you. And they're basically, I guess maybe it has to do with what I said, but they're saying, get on board, get out there and do some energy work. And I think this is for everybody. Take back your power. Okay.
Tay asks, hello, ladies. My guides told me that Haruka's reincarnated form is going to be at Orshlands on the 14th. Is that true?
I really can't give you something that particular, probably. What I did see was a cute little black with a little bit of white coloring on it, but again, I see in black and white. So I would assume that's probably true. Check it out, find out. And if you come home with something cute and fuzzy, then you know you've got your answer.
Sorry, a David Tennant meme of him dressed up as the Riddler for the new Batman movie caught my eye, and I'm here for it.
Yeah, she's definitely a David Tennant fan.
I mean, he's cute, and that accent, man, can't go wrong.
Anyhow,
with
let's go.
sexy accent. Moonfeather asks, "Hi, ladies, how are you both? I'm just wondering if Lewis is playing games with me sometimes." Trying to get a ride out for me or being passive aggressive.
Don't play games with my heart. I don't even know if that's a song, but it is in my head. So yes. So I would say yes, definitely. And if you felt that, then you pay attention to what you feel, because it is time for you to trust yourself. It is time for you to know that you are right. Okay? And you want to always double check, because we do still have ego and we do need to have our ego. But at the same time, you're far enough advanced that you should trust yourself. Okay?
Eagle Frisk
Hi, Eagle.
says, yes, you are right. Because of the coronavirus, I couldn't go visit my family. I ended up canceling my trip.
Yeah.
Moonfeather says, thank you. Asel says, hi, ladies. Will I meet my future husband when I'm 28?
You could. You could be married to him by that time, too. Unless that's next year or this year. But the answer is, I think you're going to meet that person relatively soon.
Yasmin Fox asks, hey, what is M feeling towards me now? And thank you.
M. The energy doesn't seem to have shifted hugely. I mean, there's no hate, there's no animosity, there's generally a nice feeling. I'm not sure if it's the feeling I'm not 100% sure it's the feeling you exactly want, but there is a great deal of so it might be time that you actually ask him what he would like, because at this point he keeps saying the same thing. Oh, I like her, but I'm not even getting that he knows what you're interested in. And sometimes with guys, you have to be very blunt and very plain and say, hey, this is what I'm interested in. Okay? All right.
Champagne C asks, hey, La Chanel, happy Friday the 13th.
Yeah.
I would love to see if we can check in on Angel's energy at this present time. Thank you very much.
He never stays in deep contemplation long, and he's starting to get up and move forward again from what he was feeling the other day. But the energy is more conducive to conversation in the future. Okay.
Lily Dulo asks,
Hi, Lily.
Hi, ladies. How are you? A Scorpio just came inside my home. Got so scared. I never had seen a Scorpio in my life. I wonder if she means a scorpion, like an actual scorpion.
I think so.
Dad killed me.
Killed it.
Yeah. Is there any superstition related to scorpions visiting your home?
I've never heard of it. Honestly, I mean, probably in Mexico there was.
I don't remember, but we weren't in areas where scorpions.
Yeah, we were. Those little white ones.
Yeah, but I don't remember ever seeing them in the home.
No, we
At least
were
in
just
our homes.
We were just told to be very careful.
We also had a lot of cats in our homes all the time.
That's true.
So, yeah, we were just told to be careful because the smaller the scorpion,
the more poison
deadlier it is.
Yeah.
Mostly we had a lot of lizards.
Yeah, lots and lots of lizards. Cats would catch them, take off their tails.
Yeah.
And then give the tails as presents.
I remember this one time I cried because I didn't realize lizards could grow their tails back, and I saw a lizard's tail in the mouth of one of our cats, and I was like, but that poor lizard no longer has a tail. I mean, I was like 5.
5 or 6, yeah.
So, yeah. No, I don't remember ever hearing about superstitions.
I think it's just something that chalk it down to excitement.
Yeah. And if you're really curious, Google it or go to
You could ask Elizabeth on her page. She'd know.
No, yeah, exactly. Igul Fisk asks, do you have a message for me from my guides?
They seem to think that you'll be able to go see your family later on in the year after all this stuff has died down. And it might be worth your while to book a ticket. Well, the tickets are cheap. And that would be, after May, probably.
Probably when the weather starts warming up some more.
Yeah, because my understanding is that this virus doesn't hold up to hot heat very well. I've done my share of research.
Nala P asks, does the Gemini have any romantic feelings for me?
Only when it suits him. I apologize for that. That's, he's not, in my opinion, I think you're better off moving forward.
Zulmi R asks, what messages does Jay have for me? He's still alive.
Jay? Mm-hmm. Oh, there she's telling me he's still alive.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good idea to tell me that. I can't really tell when somebody's dead or alive.
Neither can they.
Yeah, they can.
Not all.
That's a good idea to tell me that. I can't really tell when somebody's dead or alive.
Neither can they.
Yeah, they can.
Not all.
I think he's kind of living a life of total unawareness. If you get what I'm saying, he's just sort of oblivious to a lot of things. And I'm not trying to put him down. He's just kind of oblivious and just it's just he's just oblivious to what's going on around him, and he's not 100%. He doesn't even necessarily aware that you like him as much as you do. Like I said, he just seems to be a little bit oblivious. And honestly, people ask me what the guys are thinking. Better choice yet is just go out and ask them. Because quite often the guys don't know that you like them. And it's sort of, so what are they thinking about me now? Well, Yeah, she's nice. She's a nice person. I really like her. But they don't know how you like them. And so because they don't know how you like them, they're kind of blonde in their answer. So if you can do it, go talk to them. Okay.
Jennifer Schwab asks, hello, ladies. My daughter Haley's fiance, Brendan, has been getting treated for a pinched nerve in his neck from scoliosis. Do you see the treatment working? Pain relief. Thank you.
Eventually. Yeah, but that's not a fun thing. That's actually quite debilitating and painful. And he can also, and I know this, I'm sure he already knows this, but when you mentioned it, I saw icing, put ice on it. And I'm sure he already knows that. It will take time, but it will be relieved. But yeah, that is not a pleasant thing happening. Okay.
Rachel N asks, will my ex ever change for the better?
Oh, I wouldn't sit around and wait for it to happen. It will happen, but probably by then he'd be like 65, 70.
Fiona R asks, how does the Scorpio feel about me being an empath?
Doesn't believe it. Doesn't understand it. Doesn't have a clue what you're actually talking about.
Angel Wings asks, what's going on in Gemini's life right now? Oh,
that's getting to the edge of I'm not sure I would like to answer that. If you could rephrase it and we have time, I'll answer it.
Night Diamond says, thanks for the calming talk. Happy Tears says, hi, how are you?
I'm much better than I have been. Thank you.
Laura H asks, hi, Lisha and L, how are you? Is there an evil spirit around me?
Actually, there's probably an evil spirit around a lot of people right now. Yes to yours. And I'll tell you why. Because when people go into fear, which they have been doing in droves, even if you didn't initially go into it, but you got caught up in the energy of the empath, and empaths do, most of us out there are empaths that get caught up in this drama, world drama, then they open themselves up to negative energy. And and when you do that, all these dark feeders come on and will attach themselves to you. I will suggest very strongly that you just tell it to get out of your life and clean your aura. Put a hard shell around your aura. Make sure that the energy is all cleaned out, because they're kind of not very nice about energy. These kind of feeders, they leave little things behind. And try clearing it out. Try just seeing it gone, and then make sure your aura is solid and clean, and make sure you've grounded to the earth, grounded to the star chakra, one above the crown chakra. Bring in clean energy. Make sure it's clean. And see what happens. And if it's not gone by tomorrow, ask me again.
Happy Tears, I already read you. Lily Dulo says, all population is in fear here due to Corona. It is controlling our lives. I guess the world will never be the same after some thousand of deaths.
But thousands of deaths, you know, when you're going to die, you're going to die. That's all there is to it. It's when you have chosen to die. It's really, but it's not that many deaths. It really is not that many deaths compared to suicides a day, things like that. So it is being blown out of proportion. It is what's changing it is not the deaths, it's the intent behind it. Okay.
She adds, we need a new social and new world order. Life must go on.
Exactly. We do need a new social order. The old one is, well, after 260 years, a government needs to be started from the ground up. And that's something I remember reading in high school. They just become overlarge, overbear. They don't have reality behind them after a while.
Happy Tears asks, I wanted to know, do you see the guy I wrote leaving his girlfriend because I wrote to him? I don't want that.
No, actually that's good because I don't see him leaving.
And even if we did, if he's leaving because of a letter, I'm sure there might be a history added to it, but to me, that tells me he's not a reliable for commitment, if that makes sense.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like starting a relationship based on cheating on a person because they're unhappy in their current relationship. That is not a relationship you want to continue.
And anybody that's in a relationship that where they left their other person for that person, there's never trust, and there's never full trust in it. At least I've never seen it.
No, I haven't either.
Okay.
Twinkle Toes says,
I love that name.
It's a fun name. I look forward to hearing this when it's on. How much are paid readings? The paid readings are varied depending on who you go to.
Basically, the prices are all the same.
Yeah, but I mean, you can go like $35 for one question.
Written question.
One written question.
It's very in depth.
I think it's $50 for 5 questions. It varies from the type of reading. If you check out our website, wisdomseekers.net, look under Book a Reading, and all our readers will have their own set of.
Basically, they all generally the same price.
Yeah.
Elizabeth has a lot of really cool readings.
All her readings are at this moment written out.
And then she goes into great depth because she's a writer anyhow.
Yeah.
And I've read her readings, not because people will send them back to me and say, she's so good, she's so accurate. Can you read what she wrote? And she really is good.
Our webmaster, Daryl, is that?
No, he's really great. But Erin, she does live readings face to face. She's fabulous. She's really good. And I highly recommend her.
And then we have Nikki and
who do energy work.
Anna Lou, who do energy works.
And Anna Lou helps you deal with your shadow, and Nikki helps you in a different way to deal with your shadow. You can see their work. Anna Lou did a meditation on Wednesday. Nikki did a
demonstration yesterday on Facebook.
And I've had people come back and say how wonderful it was. I recommend either one of them. And right now with with people in fear, Anna Lou would be probably a really good one to go book with. Honestly, the prices are a little higher than the readings, but they've put in a lot more money and time taking courses than me, or because I've done my stuff over years and years and years, and things like that. Now that's rambling now.
Yeah. But yeah, go check out our website. You'll get a better idea of prices.
And for people who have looked at
options.
our website in the past and said didn't want to go back, we have a new webmaster.
It is completely brand new.
And he's awesome. It's
Everything
easy
is
to
new.
follow. It's easy to.
Everything's easy to navigate. It doesn't take 100 years to navigate to
And
a
it doesn't take
page.
30 seconds to load a page.
So yes, please check it out. Any feedback is
We listen to it.
valued. But yeah, not much more we can say about that.
Yeah.
Maria Herrera.
But you can start out with a $35 reading, so you know what you're getting, so you know whether you like it or not. Okay.
Maria Herrera asks, "Hello both. What do you see for me in the coming weeks?" Thank you.
I think as the sun becomes more intense and you're in one of those areas that's probably really high with fear, I don't see anything along those lines, your fear-related lines for you, to be honest. I just see that the light seems to be getting stronger and stronger as the sun comes into your life a bit more. Physical sun I'm talking about. So I think things are going to ease off for you a little bit. Okay.
Tay says, "Okay, thank you. I've just been worried about making mistakes. So
You won't. You're going to fall in love.
So I try to get as much info as I can about I can get, so I bring the right bunny home."
You will. And like I say, I see in black and white, so it could be dark brown. It could be it could be totally. I could be seeing in a mirror image. So you will fall in love. Don't worry. And not only that, Tulliver, we went to get another dog. He jumped in our truck, and we had a truck at the time. He would not get out. He chose us. And he's a butt pain, as you can imagine, but we adore him. So pay attention. Let the wabbit come to you.
Yasmin Fox says, "Thank you." Lisa Manzini says, "Hi, Eliz-sha and Elle. I've been told that there is a heavy generational curse / sacrifice in my family that I need to break through the shamanic work. What do my guides?"
That's something that takes a little more than a 2-minute. That's
a reading.
I'm really sorry. That is a reading. Elizabeth or myself can help you with that.
Lily Dulo says, "My cat was sleeping. Otherwise, I would think he brought it in. Still, we have lots of lizards. Have never heard about superstition regarding scorpions. Too. Just asked for fun. Thanks a lot."
Okay, good.
Princess Nee asks, "Hi, Eliz-sha. How is Julian feeling about me recently?"
I think he's quite excited about you. I don't know if he likes to dance or not, but when I asked about you, he sort of did a little bit of a jig. So I don't know if he's the kind of person that needs a little help or not. He could be. I would I would seriously help him out. I mean a hanky drop kind of help, not hey, you want to go out with me, or unless he's that kind of guy, but let him know how you feel, because sometimes men do not go are not obvious. They don't understand when it's not obvious, let's put it that way. So make sure he understands how you feel, and just do something about it.
Angel Wings asks, rephrased her question, what can you tell me about the Gemini's current energy?
Pensive. He's thinking. There's a lot of thinking going on, and it seems to be something to do with what he wants to do with his life. So it's a major life decision that he's working through right now. He may not recognize it as a major life decision, but it might be something that has a huge effect on how you react and how you feel about him. It does feel a little bit like there might possibly be travel involved with it for him. So it might be worth talking to him yourself right now.
Laura H. says, thank you so much. Jennifer Schwab says, I pray he heals soon so he feels better. I suggested icing it.
Yeah.
Hopefully that will help him while it's getting better. Thank you.
It's not fun. I've had that happen to me. I was in massive pain. I could not move my head. Could not do anything for a week. But then I went to a chiropractor, and the chiropractor got it fixed in no time.
Actually, that's a pinched nerve is what left my grandmother in a wheelchair for the last 4 years of her life.
No.
It was
pinched, but because the disc is sideways.
I mean, basically, it's a pinched nerve.
But she was too old. She was in her 90s,
in her 90s,
right? So they couldn't do anything about it.
But still, it's
so it yes, it was a pinched nerve, but not the same way as it is for a younger person.
But I was just going, oh, that happens to everyone.
Yeah.
Lily Guild asks, hey, will Jordan want to get back together with me? Don't get back together if it's for a child. Just throwing that right out there.
Yeah, it's never good. It never works well if you do it for that reason.
Because you actually legitimately love the person, not because child.
There will be consideration. There will be a consideration in there, but you've got to. Yeah. He will consider it, of course, but I can't say yes or no at this moment.
Stace Zebra asks, does Tom want to see me?
Tom.
Yeah.
Kind of yes, and not maybe for romance, but it seems to be there's conversation that would probably be of benefit for both of you. sort of a clearing up of the energy. Okay.
Tika says, "Hi, ladies. Hope you are doing well." Seven Sky Ocean asks, "Hey, any spiritual messages for me?"
Seven Sky Ocean.
Yeah.
Every message is spiritual, by the way. It's just how you deal with it. Because every day we live, how we live, what we do, everything is spiritual. But I will answer that now. Okay, the first word that came to mind was love. And the energy was, even with you going to lose, it's all right to love. It's not all right to close down the energy if you love and it lose, but it is all right to love at all times. So take the love, and this is something I've said before. When things get rough, emotionally, that is the time you want to open your heart up larger, beyond that base of I'm in love with this guy or I love this guy. You want to open up beyond that to till you feel love for everything, rather than closing it down. So you take the energy and love it huge. Okay? Not specific necessarily, but larger. And that's not denying what happened, but it is working with what happened. And so love large. That's basically the message I got.
Tika asks, "My question is, what does Joseph think about me?"
Joseph. I think Joseph, what I got and the question you asked was, what does he think about me? And I got a song, Don't Go Breaking My Heart. And I got that earlier today. But I think he's afraid that if he reaches out to you, you're going to break his heart. So if that's a possibility, examine your energy very closely and see if that's something that could happen. And then if that's the case, then you know what to do. You don't go break his heart. But if you don't think you're going to break his heart, then move forward. That doesn't mean he won't run, because he's already scared. And I don't think he's scared because of you particularly. I think he's just simply scared because somebody broke his heart already. Okay, so just be aware that that's what he's thinking. Don't go breaking my heart. Is that a song even?
It is a song. It's just, I mean, you get the
I get it all wrong, right?
No, there's several different versions of that song. Like you get the Elton John song that I brought up the other day.
Yeah.
And then there's the Backstreet Boys one, Quibbling Games with My Heart. There's,
Yeah. So anyhow, you get the gist of it.
Tay says, or Malakala says, "Hi, Elisha and Elle." Tay says, "The resin you gave me to help with my overthinking has been a big help with this. It works very well."
Good. I'd love to hear that. I have more. I have a lot of those that I just make, so that I give to people like my granddaughter who's autistic, and it seems to help her. And so, yeah, if it works, I am pleased to help people. Okay.
Malapale asks, "How does Gemini feel after our talk over the phone was cut yesterday?"
What's cut?
Probably cut short yesterday.
Whom? Melipele?
Malapale and her Gemini. How does he feel after the talk?
He wanted to talk a little longer, actually. I mean, he feels like he's a little bereft. Like it would have been, not everything was said. And the energy appears to me that he is missing talking, if that makes sense. He wished there had been a bit more. And but I don't get the sense of upset or crankiness or what the heck. It's just I get the sense of that I wish there had been a bit more conversation. Okay.
Chris Engel says, hi, any update on my ex Scorpio? It's been 5 months now, and I heard his new lady causes scenes.
He's getting what he deserves. Doesn't mean he's going to go back. Doesn't mean he's going to come back. And maybe maybe he just likes the drama. If he's, he probably is sorry what happened, but I don't wait for him to come back.
Princess Nee says thank you. Lily Guild says I've been in love with him for years. Doesn't mean he shares the same amount of love. Just again, my own personal experience and understanding of relationships. Having a relationship for out of duty for a child, and because of I'm doing it for my kid, it is not fair on the child.
No, it isn't.
It is not fair on the person you are sharing parental duties with for the child. So make sure, again, this goes back to when you asked if you were pregnant.
Make sure this is
you're
what you
on
want.
The same page, and it's not just for the child. It is a mutual affection for yourself and him as well as the child. Yeah. Where am I? Elisa Manzini says, I see, thank you. I will book a reading about that. Can I ask something more trivial? Was my ex Giorgio?
Giorgio?
Well, no, if it's Italian, it would still be Gregorio or Giorgio, and I apologize if I'm pronouncing it wrong.
I got the name just...
Yeah. I saw last night in the car, was it my ex, Giorgio, that I saw last night in my car, in the car? If so, what does he think / feel?
I think it was, because I got a feeling of recognition from him when in the car, and it was, but it's not it was a nice feeling, but it's not a let's go back and start over again feeling. Okay,
so it's he's Greek. Apologies. So it's a hard G. So would it be Gregorio? Gregorio?
I think so.
Sorry, I'm trying.
But anyhow, the feeling is it was nice memories. I don't think, I mean, if something happened, he wouldn't turn it down, but I doubt that it's a forever energy.
OL asks, is there any chance for reconciliation between me and my ex?
There is, except that after you reconcile, you probably have to still deal with the problems that haven't been dealt with. And if you don't deal with those problems, the chances are that they will raise their ugly head again, and that would be it. Also, if you do deal with them, there is a really strong chance that you both say, okay, that's enough, and go your own directions.
Jennifer Schwab says, wow, that's scary. What happened to your mom/grandma?
Oh no, she was old.
Yeah, she was
already really old.
93 when it happened.
93, 94.
Yeah, she didn't pass away until she was close to 97.
97, basically.
She was a month away from her 97th birthday when she passed.
Yeah.
So it didn't stop her from living.
Not at all. And they didn't do an operation simply because she was too old.
Yeah, and the likelihood of her surviving the operation was not high enough. So the doctor didn't want to take the risk.
Yeah, I think Mom would have been more happy to take the risk.
Yeah.
But she was old.
Yeah, she was happy enough with her final 4-ish years.
Yeah. Mom made, if Mom was served up a turd, she'd turn it into gold.
Oh yeah. And that's not to say she didn't try to do a lot of her own getting dressed, using the washroom. She still tried to be as self-independent as she physically could. Yeah.
No, Mom was one of these people that she saw the good in everything, and so she was happy, and so no, there was nothing to be sad about, and she'd be the first one to tell you that don't feel bad for her.
Yeah,
because she's all over the place now. She goes sees my nephew, my great and his family, and
her great grandkids.
All the time. She's just the most busiest lady ever since she passed on.
My 5-year-old niece, who was 1 or 2 at the time,
she was walking and she could say minimal words.
Yeah, she still remembers my grandmother perfectly. So, and she still remembers that they used to call her Gigi for great grandma.
Yeah, so which means that mom goes to see them all the time.
Yeah, so it doesn't. Anyhow, she adds, it was and is really painful, but he's doing a little better.
Yeah, it gets better. I had the thing, and it was wow, painful, but that was years ago.
Chris Engel says, beautiful advice, expand your love large.
Yeah.
Tika says, thank you, Eliz-sha and Elle. You ladies are absolutely lovely. Thank you for what you do.
Thank you.
Jennifer Schweb adds, thank you both for your time and energy. Enjoy the rest of your day. Malipella says, thanks, Eliz-sha. I'm glad he's missing the conversations. Thanks, Elle. You're welcome. Chris Engel says, LOL, okay, thank you. I think he does like the drama. I'm too stable. Elisa Manzini says, haha, heart, and thank you so much. I thought about it. Much love to you. And AP at this moment is our last question. And I guess we did do the full hour we said we weren't going to do.
You said we weren't going to do.
Hey, I was waiting for you to say, hey, I gotta go. AP asks, hey, Eliz-sha and Elle, will I be able to reschedule my vacation for later this year without losing money? Thank you.
Probably you're going to lose a little bit if you've already put down payment, but it depends where you are too, right? It might be that I think if you're going to lose, it'll be minimal amount, if you're down in the States, the government's already going to bail the airplanes out. The airplane, so they shouldn't be too cranky. So yeah, you should be fine. Majority, I mean, the minimal amount of loss. Let's put it that way.
And well, Krista Carlton sends exclamation hearts. OL says thank you. We only do one question per person. Join us tomorrow.
We're coming back tomorrow.
If you want another question answered.
And actually, I'm supposed to be on another reading.
Yeah. So we'll end
miscommunications there.
Yeah. We'll end with Tay saying, thank you for your time, ladies. You helped me feel much more relaxed about the situation, Eliz-sha.
Oh yeah, you'll know. Don't worry. And if you don't know, the wabbit will.
Yep. Well, I mean, our dog did.
That's what I say.
Yeah.
Our dogs.
He was a
Lily
horse.
picked Jen.
Yeah.
Jelly Bean picked Elle.
Yeah. I was attracted to her because she had an angel on her nose. It was super cute.
Yeah.
I couldn't hold her for the first hour of the day, though, because John was very attached to her.
But Jelly Bean did come to you. You're the one that chose Jelly Bean.
I'm not saying I wasn't. I'm just saying.
I just sat there and go, oh, I don't know which one. They're all cute.
Yeah.
And the dog we had before, she chose us.
Yeah.
And she was the most awesome little girl.
Even as a puppy, she was a cranky old lady.
That's true. She'd go to bed at 10:30, and with you bugged her, she'd
growl. And yeah, we could be here for the rest of the day talking about our love of our pets. But you need to get into this reading, and I'm apparently losing my voice.
Sounds like it. It's because she's asthmatic.
Yeah, but yeah, that's for another day.
Yeah.
SLSL says thank you and love. Now say your goodbyes.
Okay. Namaste. Namaskar.
Bye, everybody. We'll see you tomorrow.
Same time. Not likely. But same place.